Hey everybody, this is your man Big D-Lo Review, and today we are going to be doing a review together, guys. We're going to be doing a review called Postmates. Now, it's one of those food delivery apps where you can earn money by picking up orders and dropping them off. So today on this video, I will be doing a review based on my experience and a few tips on recommendations that might be able to help you be more successful. So, starting out, Postmates is a food delivery service. So if you're into the business of making money on the side, outside of your own job, from your 9-to-5 job or whatever shift that you kind of work, this will be something on the side that which you can use, you can do if you're looking to pay a cell phone bill, have some extra money for a date or something like that. This will be the app that is for you. Or college students, stuff like that. Postmates will definitely be the thing that you will want to use to make money. Now, it doesn't request a lot. The application to do Postmates is very easy and very simple. Doesn't have to be smart. You don't have to take your picture, nothing like that. All you need to do is download the app, fill out your information, your location, your region. Make sure you have a valid driver's license and you have a decent rented car. Unlike doing Uber or doing Lyft, you don't need to have a car that's 2000 such and such or newer to drive. Here, you can drive your car that's been sitting in your garage or a car you just use here and there. You can use that car to start making you extra cash on the side. Now, when you get your Postmate card, and it will come in a black bag, it will have Postmates, and it will have you activate the card. Do not lose that card, because if you lose that card, you're not going to be able to make money. And then on top of it, your definitely is going to take you a while for you to be able to get a new card, and they will actually charge you for it. So keep that in mind when you're doing Postmate, when you got your Postmate card. Don't let nobody else use your Postmates cards or anything like that, because you will be responsible. Now, also, doing Postmates. Now, my very first order I got from Postmates, they don't really give you a lot of training on Postmates. So you kind of got to wing it as you go. There's a lot of YouTube videos. I recommend you guys watch me, of course, and watch other fellow YouTubers who does reviews on Postmates to get more tips and to also be more up to date with changes and things like that. Now, with Postmates, you always want to, just like if you did any other app, let's Grubhub, or if you did Uber Eats, or if you did DoorDash. Doing Postmates is kind of better, in my opinion, and here's why. My review of Postmates, I did Uber Eats. You get a lot more orders doing Uber Eats than you will with Postmates, depending on where the location where you at. Where I live at, you would get a little bit more Uber Eats deliveries than you would get Postmates. But the only kicker is that with Postmates is that you tend to get more tips than you would get with Uber Eats. So Postmate customers usually tip you a little bit more than Uber Eats, and they, unlike Uber Eats, they don't recommend not to tip. So, I don't know what's that all about, but that's exactly what's, when I did the app, that's exactly what it was. Now, Postmates would drive you to a location. You will pick up the order, you will swipe, you will say, drive to location. You will use your GPS, you will go to the location, you will pick up the food. Most of the time, the food is paid for. Sometimes you do got to use the black card that they give you in the mail. And it's going to look a little something like this. Here, and we got to cover that there for you so you don't use my stuff. Okay, y'all see that? Y'all see that? Okay. So you're going to use that when you pick up your orders. Again, now, doing Postmates, they give you, so the way that Postmates works is just like you get paid to, when you don't get paid driving to the location for the food. So I just want to let you guys know that you get $4. It's $4 per delivery. So I want to keep you guys in that. And how that breaks it down is that you get $1 when you pick up the order. You get $1 once you complete the order, and then you get based off your mileage. So it always end up to be at the minimum $4. So I just want you guys that you do not get paid driving towards the location to pick up the food. You only get paid starting when you pick up the food and you're waiting on the food, and when you start to drive after you pick up the food to the customer. That's the way that Postmates works to get paid. So I just want to let you guys know that. Also, as well, you can earn my average working for Postmates, you know, on most days, especially on the busy days, if you know your location, you can earn about $17 an hour or so. It all depends on where you're at. Some days you can earn $10 an hour. So I do want to keep it can vary from days to days, holidays, things like that. So I just want to keep you in mind. But like again, I can't stress if this is a job where you need some gas money, or you need to pay your bills, or something that's very small, I would recommend that. I would not recommend this job as your everyday source of income, depending on where my location is at. Some location you probably could, especially if you're a college student and you only need to just pay just to get stuff and get by. That is totally fine. Then this would be something that I would say, hey, you can do this. But keep in mind, it's going to wear and tear on that car. So this is something that I could recommend you if you need some cash here and there. Now, my tips, especially if you're a brand new person that's doing Postmates for the first time, my tips would be that make sure before you even start to do Postmates is that you have a full tank of gas. You also have a charger, so because you know your phone will die. So if you don't have a charger, especially if you're waiting on a while and you're waiting for orders and things like that, it will stop taking orders from you after you get to 10%. So definitely keep that in mind when you're out there doing deliveries for Postmates. Also, keep in mind too, another tip when you're doing Postmates is that do not all the time follow the hot spots. If you follow the hot spots all the time, you're going to be driving around in a lot of areas. Because the way it works is that, say if a couple of orders are getting through in that location and or that area, they will ping it as a hot spot. And if you know that area, you might not know, it's not a hot spot area. So my recommendation is don't follow the trend of the hot spots. What I would do, what I have been doing, is that I will go to, and where I'm at and where my city is at, I will go to the area to where I know that this area gets or has a lot of little mini businesses, or has businesses in that area to where there's a lot of fast food restaurants in that area. It might not necessarily be on a hot spot, but based on my knowledge of where I live at, I usually go there, and half the time it works out that way. And then another tip that I would recommend to people who's considering doing Postmates as well is that when you are doing your orders, ask the place that you go to, ask the reps, ask them, say, hey, how often do you guys get Postmates orders? When is the time that you actually see a lot of Postmates orders coming through? And then you will write down that location, or remember that location in your head, and then you just go as a pattern, right? So say if it's a day where you really need some cash, and based on this time frame, when you go to that place, say, hey, this place, I heard this place does get a lot of orders around this time. You can be able to drive to specific locations instead of driving all around town. And if you're in a proximity of 1 or 2, 3, 4 spots that you went to and you talked to, and they told you that these areas get busy around these certain times, you're more likely to get orders versus driving around to different hot spots that are not known to be really hot. So that'll be another tip that you can use that can be good for you. And if you haven't yet, I would hit the subscribe button, the bell button, and be notified with more videos that come through. Now, also, my another tip for you as well is condiments. Make sure that you have extra napkins. Make sure that you have ketchup. You can't go wrong with ketchup. Some pepper, some salt, some some straws, anything that can make it more easier. That have a time when you go out and people forget stuff, and when you order stuff, people forget these little things. So that's what definitely be helpful for you when people forgetting certain things. And double check the order. Do not look in the customer's food. Do not put your face over the customer's food. We'll just check the receipt, make sure everything is in there before you leave. Because you will hate to get that review saying, hey, such and such forgot my stuff, and get you a bad review. Now you're not getting a lot of orders. Now, another tip that I will save you, to get more money out of this, to get more tips, is also to be able to make it more a personal connection. Meaning that if you get the order, say you're driving and you're there, you say, hey, you can text the customer, hey, I'm just waiting on your order. Then when you're leaving, say, hey, text the customer, say, I'm leaving out your order, I will be there in approximately this. That does say you're getting communication back and forth with the person, building a more personal thing. So when it comes to them to complete this and they want to give you a tip, they're more likely to give you a tip versus somebody who just picks up the order, take it there, and just drop it off. If you build a little bit more personal interaction with them, then you're selling yourself. Now you're making it towards like your own business, because you got to see this as your own type of business. You put the more effort in, the more effort you put in, the more money you could possibly make doing this. Just like with any entrepreneur type of job. Now, another tip would you would be that to wear comfortable clothing. People, wear some comfortable shoes, wear some comfortable pants, a nice little t-shirt, something to wear you feel comfortable. You're not feeling like this is a very stressful job. This is a very stressful set of passionate income on the side. So you want to wear some comfortable shoes, some comfortable clothing as well, to make this experience more easier for you. That would be my tips. That would be my recommendation for doing Postmates. Now, I do have to throw in some extra in here too. Postmates does give you bonuses now. So we're going to talk about the bonuses. Now, Postmates sometimes give you bonuses. In my area, they've been doing the Friday, Saturday, Sunday bonus, to where if I complete 5 deliveries on Friday, I get a guaranteed $30. And then the following evening, at a period of time, and based on my location, if I complete 7 orders, I get $50. And then it runs in from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It varies from how much they want to give you per day. So my recommendation when it comes to bonuses, now, based on the strategy I gave you guys earlier, my recommendation is to turn, when you get a first order, especially when you're doing the bonuses, you have a time frame, because they do give you a time frame. Like my area is from, say it's from 5 to 9, right? So, and doing Postmates, if you haven't done it already, when you're doing a Postmate order, it might take you about 10, 15, 20 minutes, driving to the location, picking up the order. If you don't have to wait, then driving it back to the location, then driving back. So, my recommendations when you do bonuses, if you're definitely looking to hit bonus, or definitely to make very good use out of getting the bonus, is to, once you complete that order and the area is where you're at, turn off that app. Turn it off, then go back to where you came from, especially if it's hot. Go back to where you came from, then turn it back on. Because if you don't, it's going to drive you out to a farther location away from where the area was hot. Then it's going to make you a longer time to where you can't reach that bonus. So my recommendation is to turn that off, drive your little butt back, and start to complete more orders. That way you can always guarantee hitting your bonus in your area. Like my bonus, if I drove Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I hit all bonuses, I'm getting about $300 for a weekend. And that's very good money that you can use to pay, like I said again, of the one-off bills. for your area or where you live at. Now, also, when it comes to another tip, when it comes to interaction with a customer, as far as making sure that you're dealing with an item that is not there, or you're dealing with an item that they're requesting is not available. Do not just say unavailable and that's it. Notify the customer. I usually call the customer because that usually works for me. I usually call the customer, let them know why I'm there, why I'm in line, why I'm taking the order, that this is not available. Would you recommend something else? That's usually what I do. So again, that gives them that customer experience, and that also covers your back as well. So you're not just and just picking it up and just swiping off and just going. So make sure you always do that as well. And if you have any problems, they do have a customer service line where you can contact the customer as well. And like I said, if you guys are interested, you like what you're hearing, you think that this might be something that might work for you, there's something that you'll be able to make a little money on the side to pay your bills, there will be a link below in the description box where you can click on that. You can click on that. It usually works better if you click on that link. It takes you directly to there, where you can actually directly download the right app, because you can get there are two different apps. So you can download the right app you will need for the Postmate delivery service, and then it's a quicker process by clicking on the link below in the description versus going out to the Google Play or iPhone and then searching for it. So that would be my recommendation if you consider wanting to do the job in the future. And I will also be doing more videos and more reviews. Also be doing a live delivery, so I can show you step by step as well of how this works. So if you have any comments, any questions, just leave the comments in them below, and I will get back to you as quickly as possible.